Thinking about life itself will make you feel that life is worthless. Life is so hard, and in general, life is tough for almost everyone these days. But how about a person living a life without a nose? And how is it even possible that she's still alive, yet a nose is one of the most important parts of our body? Today, we take a long journey through these mountains and visit this family. They share with us a lot on that day-to-day life.
It was Emerita.
42-year-old Emerita is now living a difficult life of having no nose. But the woman says she was not born this way. She was born with a nose like any other person. But by when she turned 19, she decided to move from this village to the city in searching for a living. But during those days, there wasn't a lot of security. There were some revolts, and one day, she was shot with people she never knew, and the bullet removed her nose. Later, she was taken to the hospital and had a nose surgery for her to at least manage to inhale and exhale in any possible way. She then started living a new life without a nose. According to her testimony, before losing her nose, she looked more beautiful and attracted many people's attention. But since the nose is now nowhere to be seen, she's no longer beautiful, and men became less interested in her. She even started losing hope and thought that maybe she would not find a lover. But later got a man, fell in love with him, and got married, and then started a new life as a wife. But that relationship did not last longer, because after producing her boy, the couple broke up a year later. She says her life was always full of drama. The father to her one and only child later came to apologize to her and promised not to hurt her feelings anymore. They restored their relationship and lived together again as a wife and a husband. But these two never lasted longer.
Aza kutureba iwacu dusubirana I Kigali tugezeho nanone iwacu bidatinze nabwo turongera turatandukana garuka iwacu.
For the second time separating, it now seems like it's the last time they ever lived together. They always had some misunderstandings between each other, and she's now here suffering in this village while the husband lives in the city.
Akabwira ese wabuze abo ukunda kugira ngo ukunde uriya muntu udafite izuru nuko nyuma ati njyewe naramukunze.
Apart from different misunderstandings, another reason why the marriage did not last was other people's negative influence. They'd ask the man that how comes in a world of more than 7 billion people, how did he choose to have a partner without a nose? And a lot of negative words. At first, the man resisted and could not pay maximum attention to such words, but later realized that maybe he was wrong to marry such a woman, hence sending her back in the village.
Tubibona bitugoye turahinga ubwo nyine ubuzima bugakomeza gake cyane kuko nawe ashaje nanjye nta mbaraga ngira mbese tubayeho nabi.
It was last year, and she has now spent the whole year living here with her only child and her grandmother, and she's the only person who can cultivate in this family. She's the one responsible for covering all the needs, and as in all villages, people depend on agriculture, and that's what she does for a living. But adds it's not enough to sustain the whole family since she's so weak and the grandma cannot do anything. Due to living such a difficult life where she looks different, she says some people no longer treat her with the same respect, love and care as they did before she lost her nose. And now, people sometimes take it too far and even bully the 42-year-old. but believes after all what happens, life goes on.
baranyobewe cyane, bamwe bakavuga ngo ntabwo ari njye, abandi ngo uriya muntu yayobewe iwabo ntazi aho ataha, nuko ariko ababyeyi banjye bakavuga bati ni umwana wacu.
Since she lost her nose after moving to the city, by when she returned to this village, no one could easily identify and believe that she was the one, as she looked different to someone they knew before. But she had to reintroduce herself to anyone and reminded people who she was, and then she was welcomed. Living without a nose means failure or difficulties in breathing. She always struggles to inhale and exhale, and whenever she's climbing mountains, breathing nearly stops due to having a smallest hole where air and other gases pass. Sometimes, even talking becomes difficult. It's a tough and a difficult life she's experiencing. But though she has such a difficult life, she's thankful that she at least still breathes and she's still alive. Julienne is her younger sister. She says when Emerita went to the city, they hoped she would return with a lot of money and a lot of changes, as it happens to many people who leave the village for the city. But were so surprised the day she returned.
nta bumuga yari afite, agarutse naranamuyobewe, naranamutinyaga cyane kuko nabonaga ntamuzi, nabonaga isura ntayizi, atari wa wundi nari nsanzwe nzi. Ubwo rero ubuzima bwe nyuma yaratwibwiye, nsanga ni umuvandimwe.
It took them some days for them to really believe that she's their sibling, as they all feared how she looked in those days, but later welcomed her and told the 42-year-old to feel freely. Elvani is Emerita's grandmother.
Umuzukuru wanjye nije tubana, ubu noneho nyine yagiye i Kigali, nyine ari umuntu muzima ufite izuru, agarutse tubana ntaryo, noneho tubanza kumuyoberwa, ariko nyuma turagumya turashureza turareba, dusanga ni uwacu, turamwakira.
She lives here with the granddaughter, and the grandmother says her granddaughter made a shocking return to this family. And by when she got pregnant, they were not sure whether she would produce a child with a nose. That's why they all went on their knees and prayed, and later thanked God the day she delivered this boy. And the boy was born normal, healthy and strong, with a nose. The old woman says she's thankful for the gift of life, as she has lived for more and more years. Life here in this village is difficult. They're all struggling and fighting for a better life. They say they need a lot to survive, but have hope and a belief that life will not always be this bad. To be nobody but yourself in a world which is doing its best night and day to make you everybody but yourself means to fight the hardest battle which any human being can fight and never stop fighting. Real courage is when you know you're leaked before you begin, but you begin anyway and see it through no matter what. Remember the two benefits of failure. First, if you fail, you learn what doesn't work. And second, failure gives you the opportunity to try a new approach. Thank you for watching. I'm Elijah and this is Afrimax English. Remember to subscribe.